from Chanatip. It's breaking it up. Ken eases the pressure. Ball retention is just superb. Now, the same thing I like about Mano Polking is when you listen to him speak in these press conferences, is he's not afraid to say, we're going for it. We want to win. Okay. Great ball out to Vantuan. A heavy touch on from Tiraton. Now, many felt that Tiraton should have got punished in that last game. Park Hang-seo amongst them. There's maybe a little bit of an ironic cheer there for the yellow card being shown. Yeah, it's a high foot into Quang Hai. Tiraton will miss the first leg of that final. Booking. And here, right now, they've got to think about this free kick from Quang Hai. Again, a far post Sibber up there. There's no doubt this is a foul. If we look at the second challenge that came in on Saras, I think it was. First foul of on Narubadin on that occasion. Elias, not a good pass to Tiraton, but they've got away with that. done there by Tanawat. The crowd didn't appreciate what Saric was doing there.
Yeah.
We talked about yesterday, there was that period in the second half where everything just seemed to go Singapore's favour. There was a succession of 18 fouls in that second half. Nothing just seems to be going Vietnam's way at the moment.
Oh, this is perfect. Perfect, absolutely perfect for Thailand. They're controlling the game really well. The second half, it's been all of them. Dictated the tempo of it, winning free kicks, slowing it down, taking as long as they possibly can with these restarts. It's going to plan. Everything is going to plan for Thailand.
And this free kick has now got the Thai fans on their feet. With their left-footed specialist on the ball. He's delivered it straight at Win Man. Quickly releases.
Oh, lovely turn.
Lovely turn there. Excellent work. Quang Hai. Now to Tan Thai. Excellent defending, but the trouble's not over yet, and it's straight at Siwadak.
Well, they're trying Vietnam. They try and find a way through. Past Siwarak and goal. Another save he's had to make. It's flicked on the first time and just bobbling around in the box. Eventually into the arms of Siwarak. This has been the story for Vietnam in this Suzuki Cup. The fact that they've created opportunities but they haven't been able to finish them off. The shooting accuracy throughout the competition has been poor.
Yeah, they've had all those chances, haven't they? Go back to that game against Indonesia, in particular, game against Laos. They struggled against the back five. And that's what they're facing right now. Came into this tournament big favourites, 99th in the world, highest ranked side in Southeast Asia. Thailand number 2. They are very keen to regain that status as the kings of ASEAN. They had 2 goalless draws in World Cup qualifiers, but the difference being that it was Vietnam who impressed greatly. Thailand limply eliminated. Innocuous shot straight at Siwadak.
It's lacking a little bit of composure in those key moments, in those attacking areas. Again, Tien Lin just snatches at this, falls into him in a pretty good position. Yes, he was getting closed down by Saric, but you wonder if he could perhaps have taken a touch first in front of him, set himself up for a better shot at goal. Let's look at the touches there, Theraton. Lots of involvement in this game, leading the way. Followed by Ho Tan Thai and Quang Hai. And it's interesting that we haven't seen Chanatik's name there. Not as much involvement in this game.
He was immense, wasn't he, in that last game, first leg. Sada with the clearance. Important touch on Sada. Was that a foul? Certainly Van Tuan felt that was, but looked good from Sada, didn't it?
Incredible challenge from Sada. Such a solid challenge. And again, another one who I think has done really, really well in central defence for Thailand.
Narubadin looks up. Low pass looking for perhaps Chanatip. Bit stretched at the moment, Sada. There's Tanawat. There's Chuyan, Manuel Beer. Far more confident now on the ball, Thailand. 25 minutes or so here for the Vietnamese to get back into this. They need 2 goals. This again works for them. Sarach rolling around.
Clever touch away. Just takes it away from Tianzong. There. And then contact arrives. There'll come a point when that frustration is going to start to creep in for Vietnam. So things not going their way. Lots of stoppages.
3 defeats in semi-finals in the first leg. 2007, 2010 and 2016 for Vietnam. And all 3, they would not go on to the final.
I think we could potentially be seeing Poklo Anand coming on for Thailand. Seeing a bit of movement on the bench.
There's the keeper. Chachai, who was tearful as he got stretchered off, and he may have seen his last bit of action here at the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020. We'll see, and we'll know in the coming days. I think they want to get that change on now. Sarach is going off. Poklo Anand will replace him. 30-year-old Poklo, one of the more experienced players here, plays for Bangkok United. Team that, of course, Poking knows well. Almost 50 caps for his country. Thailand have made 4 changes now. Rather dramatic from Tantai, who was not happy with that. Win Tuan Han is going to come on. Van Duk, the man he's replacing.
Oh yeah, they're not happy with that. Mana Polking at his bench. I thought there was a kick out at Tirasin. The referee said play on. Wasn't having any of it. He's having a word with the 4th official now. Just have a look here. Takes the ball away. That's a foul. It's very unfortunate, Tirasin.
Tuan Han, 26 years of age. 21 caps for his country. Had a stint in Japan with Yokohama FC. He's the new man in. Changes now made by Vietnam.
He's Tuan An's a player I really quite like. Bags of energy. Can really dictate the game from midfield with the way he makes his runs in behind opposition defenses. Works very hard to win those first and second balls as well. Frustrating times for Vietnam. And even Tanawan is telling his teammates, just take as long as you need, take as long as you like, just slow it down, relax, take as much time, walk up to the ball. And Tirasin again making himself available. Couple of words exchanged between himself and Tan Chung.
Yeah, he's kept it. He's a very humble guy, isn't he? Tirasin, who's one of the best exports for Thailand. In Japan and Spain. Almeria in La Liga. Didn't really work out for him. A couple of spells in Japan. Now 35. The all-time top scorer in the AFF Suzuki Cup. Roshan, you describe some of those balls forward as a little bit desperate at times. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. They've got 20 minutes to get these 2 goals. Have they threatened enough for you in the second half?
No, they haven't. They haven't. I mean, Sivarak has had to make a couple of saves, but generally I think he's been comfortable. It's nothing that he's really been troubled by.
Again, the crowd, you can just hear what they're trying to do. I think it's just starting to feel time is against them, and
you can start to feel like it's not going your way. The things are going against you, and you're running out of ideas.
Now, could be dangerous here, Thailand, in these sort of situations.
You know, since there's a bit of a lull in the play here, I think what Vietnam really need to do is what Thailand have done the last few years in terms of players going abroad, playing in Japan, playing at a higher level. And I know Vietnam have done that previously. The likes of Kong Fung have gone overseas, Xuan Trong has gone overseas. Not really, but it hasn't really worked out for them. And perhaps there's this fear among Vietnamese players that if they make the move, then it could go flat. Couldn't work for them. But it's an opportunity, it's a risk you got to take. I look at this Vietnamese team and I think of Quang Hai immediately. I mean, I think for a couple of years now, he's perhaps been ready to move on. And I could see him, just like Chanatip, thriving in the J-League, for example, in terms of the style of play. I don't know about the K-League, just because the styles are quite different.
We'll come back to that now. Look at that, Narabanin on that right-hand side. That's a poor ball from him.
And Hoang Duc's another one from this Vietnamese side, I think, ready to test himself in a higher level league.
High clearance from him. Now Tiraton. Well, just look at the success of the likes of Tiraton and Chanatip. Tirasin to a certain extent in the J-League, of course. J-League have been very open to this part of the world, haven't they? Very welcoming. Got some agreements here with ASEAN nations.
I think the K-League is something similar as well in terms of the quotas.
there's an ASEAN.
There's an ASEAN spot, if I'm not mistaken. I might have to go and do a bit more research on that if you see Guangdong. But I just think perhaps the styles, the styles of the leagues, they matter.
Talking of style, here he comes. Chanatip Songkrasin hasn't really had one of these runs today. Just lost his footing.
Tan Chung, another one. The centre of that Vietnamese defence.
Nokai, look where he is at the moment. No one got on the end of that.
Good defending by Beer.
He's been immense today, hasn't he?
Yeah, both him and Krisada have been outstanding for Thailand. Everything generated that's come in the air. They've been first to it, or if they put a challenge in. Not allowed any sort of real free headers, aside from that one from Tan Thai off that corner.
Antoine. Even now, Roshan, that one goal would make things interesting, wouldn't it, for Vietnam?
It certainly would.
14 odd minutes to go. Antoine.
It's not going to happen like that.
Too much on that from Tuanan.
It certainly would, and it would certainly change the momentum of the game. It will give the Vietnamese fans in the stadium a huge lift. To be fair, the fans in here have been incredible.
Thailand have kept the ball fairly well in the second half. It's all gone, as Roshan said, according to plan. We'll be delighted with this. They didn't need to do anything special today, Roshan. That was the whole point of the cushion, wasn't it, from the first leg? Just keep it tight and compact. Didn't need that attacking football that Manu Kwok was talking about.
They didn't. I mean, they've played this really intelligently, Thailand. I know there's still plenty of time for the game to change, so I'm going to be a little bit careful.
Especially after yesterday.
Especially after yesterday and the drama that occurred. But I think they've done it really well.
I know he's tired, man. He's asking to come out, man. Look at him, he's tired.
I don't know if you picked it up from pitch side. Mano Polking talking about someone asking to come out, saying give me 5 more minutes, but the player is saying he's already tired. Wonder if he's referring to Tirasin, perhaps.
Some coaches might not like that as well, right? Tired.
See, I think with Mano and Tirasin, I think Tirasin, he's earned that respect. He's earned that relationship with the coach, in that he can, because of who he is, what he's achieved in his career.
Yeah. And he's also 35.
Yeah, exactly. So he's allowed to tell the coach, I'm at my limits here, and the coach is going to listen. Ultimately, a lot of coaching is about man management.
True.
And if you have a player like Tirasin, who's been very effective, who's been scoring goals for you in this competition, you want to keep him fresh and have him available. You listen to him, and you keep your players happy.
And actually, the players have gone out of their way to say they've really enjoyed working with Manu Polking.
As we see that Pitiwat going down under the Tuanan challenge, there are certain players in football, they've achieved a lot in their careers and have earned that right to communicate freely with the coaching staff.
Yeah, senior players have that license, don't they? Touch on from Tiraton, whereby Tan Thai. Now Chanatip. There's talk there in the Vietnamese dugout. They've got 2 more changes to make. What can they do? Gritsada. Now Quang Hai. He's trying to get that to Van Tuan. They look pretty good at the 5 as well, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been secure for Thailand. It looks like a foul throw to me, but play's been allowed to go on.
Nokai trying to put it into the mix. Moving away. Pitiwat.
Because of the changes that Vietnam have made, they don't have an outlet out wide on that left-hand side. And a lot of it is congested through the middle. But they're struggling to play these passes through those central positions.
Lei Van Xuan replaces Tan Tai, who had that glorious chance, didn't he? Tuan An. Replaced by Pan Xuan Man.
It can't be Tuan An. Can't be Tuan An. He's still on the... Oh, is he going off now? That's a strange one. He's still on the pitch. He's just gone off the pitch on the far side there, Tuan An. Not quite sure what's happened to him. If he's picked up an injury in the short time he's been on.
Yeah, he was only on for a very, very short time. You would think so, but he's running back. Two players that have come on. Lei Van Xuan, 22 years of age. On his second cap, plays for Hanoi. Supachai, who's played a bit part role really in this tournament. He comes off for Tirasin. He's put in another very good shift, hasn't he, for Thailand. But he is not adding to his tally just yet. Supachai Chedet had a very good previous AFF Suzuki Cup, 25 caps now for him, the 23-year-old. Plays for Buriram. Van Xuan, as I said, can play fullback or defensive midfielder. He's come on for a short while. Other one is Pan Xuan Man. 25 also. Only got another cap to his name. So they're bringing on 2 relatively untested. And maybe now, Roshan, there's perhaps an air of resignation for Vietnam.
I think Thailand can feel how close they are to winning this one. Try set sprawling. You know, it's not just that they've tried to slow it down when they can, the way they've played the game, Thailand. But also you see they're not taking risk with the positionings of the players. If you're seeing Thailand in an attacking sense, in a game that they need to chase and get the goals, you see Narubatin going forward. We haven't seen any of that, I don't think, in this game. You see Tiraton getting forward into those central positions. We haven't really seen that as well from him. So even with the positions, I've come into this set, we're not going to open ourselves too much, we're not going to take chances. We take the less riskier route, and it's worked brilliantly for them. Obviously they didn't have to, having come into this game leading by 2 goals to 0.
Straight at the keeper from Huangdu. been one of the few chances they've had in the last 15-20 minutes. And there's already dancing and celebrations going on in the stands where the Thai fans are. They can sense it. It would take something pretty special now from Vietnam. We've seen stranger things happen. Far too much on that from Van Tuan, away by Tiraton. Hong Duk, now Quang Hai. Maybe a bit of magic from him. Hong Duk, important touch on from Supachai. Here is Chanatip. 3 against 2 in favor of Vietnam, but you've always got the Chanatip factor. Gone wide here with Supachai, but that's fine for Thailand. He'll try to hold the ball up as much as he can. Poklo. Now Chanatip. Tanawat. Saw that little gap there, didn't he? Tanawat!
Lovely run from Tanawat. And again, Thailand in full control of this. Lovely work right on, up until the shot. Got his head up, he's leaning back as he hits that.
Now or never really for Vietnam. Narubatin clears. Shows proud record against ASEAN nations. Yes. Over and over. Unless Manuel Beer, excuse me, fouls. A lot of excitement, but it's Beer who was fouled by Tien Lin.
Yeah, it was a little bit kick from Tien Lin. Beer again, strong in the air. Comes right through. He knows there's a chance that he's going to take a hit here. Still, he's got to make that.
Right to his throat, it looks like.
Yeah, painful one for Beer. And potentially a dangerous one as well.
Yeah.
Brave defending. Yeah, thumbs up. Great to see.
Got a minute and a half plus amount of time here to get through, so they can make one more change if they want.
Thai fans can feel it, you know.
Yeah, they're almost there. Good atmosphere in that stand. Yellow card for Tien Lin. Taking their time here with Emmanuel Beer. That's how's he being today. Solid, very, very solid. Duels one, look at that.
Yep. He has been excellent alongside Kritsada. Give them such a stable pace to go on and do their thing. Thailand, in an attacking sense. You've got a defensive unit like that.
So just 4 minutes now for Vietnam. They need 2 goals in that short amount of time. Polking took exception to that. They were coming together with the new man in, Xuanman and Chanatip. It's been a relatively tepid affair between the 2 benches today. We were thinking there might have been fireworks.
Yeah.
I think they didn't want to get near that shirt, Russian, that he's been using for weeks on end. Xuanman, Kritsada. It's a handball from him. Good anticipation though. They're throwing as many people forward as they can to just try and force the situation. Now, someone's just gone down here. I think it's Xuanman. They're upset with Tiraton. Well, this would be crazy. If Tiraton, he's already on a yellow card. They're just temper spraying. We will. We might have just called it a little too early. On things being fairly civilized today. Well, let's see. Let's see here on the replay.
Right there, Tiraton. There's a bit of an arm.
Nothing.
There's a bit of an arm, but really it's nothing.
And that stuff needs to be punished, Roshan.
Yeah.
He took it very coolly, didn't he, Tiraton?
He did. I'm glad the team of officials there haven't overreacted.
Look at him, he's fine, Xuanman.
I think what happened there is we saw Xuanman leave a bit in on Tiraton. The ball comes into the safe arms of Simara. So Tiraton on the way back just wanted to give Xuanman a bit of a reminder that he's not there to be messed with.
A minute and a half left here at the National Stadium. Elias Dola, he's been solid as well since they brought him in. It has worked an absolute treat for Thailand. What about the man in the middle today, Roshan?
Hey, he's been really good, which is refreshing to say, refreshing to see as well.
Quang Hai floats that in. Arabadin goes down.
That should be about it, you know. I think unless some kind of miracle happens here in Kallang, I think Thailand have sealed their place in the final of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020. With the second leg of the final set to take place on the first day of 2022.
Exactly. Absolutely right. We've got 2 more of these matches to come. And for the 11th time in 13 editions of the AFF Suzuki Cup, Thailand have made it into the grand final, underlining just why they are the top team overall in Southeast Asian football, and they've done it at the expense of the team that they would regard as the pretenders to the crown. Vietnam came into this tournament with so much pedigree in recent times, having got to the 3rd round of World Cup qualifiers, having been the highest ranked team in ASEAN. Thailand came here with a mission, and boy, have they done it. They've done it effectively and ruthlessly today.
Yeah, and they've been incredibly professional about their performance here. They knew what they had to do in this situation, and they did the job. We've spoken about tactically how they were spot on. They didn't take any unnecessary risk in the positions that the players would have taken up. They weren't as open as they normally would be. Thailand they held their shape. Tirasin, I thought up front, did a fantastic job to hold on to the ball in those centre forward positions, win free kicks when he needed to. And look, I think just generally the way they played in this competition, they absolutely deserve their place in the final, and what a fantastic final it's going to be between Thailand and Indonesia.
Thank you very much, Rish Roshan Rai. Celebration in the blue half of the stadium, because Thailand are through to the finals, having drawn with Vietnam tonight, and on aggregate they win 2-0 in the FF Suzuki Cup 2020. So, as is tradition now, the man of the match is awarded, and it is Pitiwat who gets it. You'd thought he'd be a bit happier about it.
I'm really glad Pitiwat has won this, because I think he's been one of the unsung heroes in this Thai team. Having to do a job for the team as in that base of that midfield, protecting his defense. It's good that he's been rewarded with a nice Oppo phone.
I hope he smiles if he actually gets to win the trophy. There's Chanatit Songkrasin, a little bit quieter today. Didn't get to play in the last tournament. Was the MVP in the prior two editions in 2014 and 2016. And it's delight for Thailand here to get into yet another final. And the stats, you know, Roshan, it looks like more than double the number of shots in Thailand. But how many of those?
Dangerous opportunities. Yeah, not too many. I mean, it tells a story there. Held a lot of possession. Vietnam had opportunities, but not real clear-cut chances. And the shooting accuracy wasn't very good from Vietnam's point of view, and that's what's hurt them in this competition.
It's kind of summed up Vietnam in this tournament.
Mestinya telah ku sadari
That brings an end to their
betapa perih cinta tanpa balasan.
the rest of the team. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the grand final.
Harusnya tak ku paksakan bila akhirnya kan melukaiku. Mungkin ku takkan bisa jadikan dirimu kekasih yang seutuhnya mencinta, namun ku relakan diri jika hanya kau satukan jiwa ini.
อากาศได้ดีก็ลดความอันตรายของเวียดนามครับผมก็
Ku hanya terus berharap suatu hari kau mampu sadari tiada yang pernah mengerti sepertiku setulus hati mencintamu. Mestinya telah ku sadari betapa perih cinta tanpa balasan. Harusnya tak ku paksakan bila akhirnya kan melukaiku. Mungkin ku takkan bisa jadikan dirimu kekasih yang seutuhnya mencinta, namun ku relakan diri jika hanya setengah hati kau sejukkan jiwa ini.
Để cống hiến vì màu cờ sắc áo và vì người hâm mộ đang chờ đợi. Nên là thực sự thì kết quả này dù không như mong muốn thì cũng thật là tiếc, nhưng mà cũng xin gửi lời xin lỗi cũng như là cảm ơn đến
Mungkin ku takkan bisa jadikan dirimu kekasih yang seutuhnya mencinta, namun ku relakan diri jika hanya setengah hati kau sejukkan jiwa. Mungkin ku takkan bisa jadikan dirimu kekasih yang seutuhnya mencinta.